Hey guys, this is John, your host on Mgtow is Freedom. That's right, men going their own way. Mgtow is freedom. What does going your own way mean? It means not going the way women want you to. It means denying them. It means being a man and standing up for yourself and not taking all their shit. Right? Not abandoning yourself, not destroying yourself, not emasculating yourself for their pleasure, right? For their satisfaction, which they're never satisfied with anyway. So why do it? Right? Why do it? Well, one of the reasons they go, well, why do we do it? Why do we do that as men? Why has mankind, as in penis man, why has man given up? Well, the answer is right here, my friends. It has to do with manipulation. And there is an evolution or a progressive change in the laws or rules of manipulation. How is it done? First let's look at the goal. What is it that women want? They want us. They want us to build them a house, to marry them, to take care of them, to give them all the stuff that they want, right? But how can they go about doing that? I've covered the laws of attraction. I've covered the enhanced woman, right? But the way they do it, once they've got our attention, is they use manipulation. And as they have become more anti-man, as they have become more demanding, as they have become more competitive with us, sorry, shirt's a little fucked up, they have begun to evolve, not in a mature and intelligent way, right? All they've done is evolved and progressed the art of manipulation with men. And it's gone from passive to passive aggressive, all the way up to total aggression. Total aggression. As Mgtow, we need to be aware of that. Aware of it. Right? How did women originally manipulate men? Right? The really feminine woman who attracted you. Right? Attracted men 150, 200 years ago, 500 years ago. Well, they would appear in ways that men found attractive, as feminine as they could. Right? They would do it by crying, right? The tears. They still use tears as a last resort. Still use tears as a last resort. My ex wanted my older son to go with her on a trip, a vacation. She called it a vacation. It would have cost him his job. And I said, son, she's going to do all of these things. This, and ultimately she's going to end in tears with you. And he came back to me the next week and he said, Dad, I couldn't fucking believe it. You nailed it. Right down the line, all the way to the last step. Tears. And guess what? My son did not go on that ridiculous vacation. He kept his job. Okay. But crying used to be how women would start. That's how they would start. Crying, boo-hoo, right? To get sympathy. Because men are sympathetic. Isn't that amazing? We're sympathetic. We don't like to see people hurt. We don't like to see people sad. Right? But that is our nature to protect, to solve problems. Men are very giving. Men are generous. And I'm going to do a video on the generosity of men. But that's another video. Right? Fucking Mgtow. My head bursts with Mgtow concepts and ideas. And how we need to protect ourselves. But right now we're talking about manipulation. Men can be subjected to manipulation easily by understanding what it is that affects us. And women practice, as I've said, from a very early age. From the time they can see the difference between mommy and daddy, they treat them differently. And they start learning that if they just manipulate us the right way, they'll get what they want. So one of the fundamental ways that women know to get what they want is to cry. Tears. Tears of sorrow, tears of disappointment, tears of dissatisfaction, tears of hope. Boo fucking who. Don't fall for it. When you see tears, whether or not they are really sad doesn't matter, because the effect is going to be upon you, right? But what else do they do? You know, tears is not the extent of a woman's manipulative skill. That's just what they started with as a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. Gimme, 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 mine, 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 want, 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 bitch, 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 piss and moan, nag, nag, right? So how do they do it? They have been ratcheting up the game of manipulation since women got the right to vote, since they achieved the legal right to divorce. Now it's about controlling, dominating, and taking care of and controlling men through manipulation. We are now their pets. They're fucking pets, right? But how do they do it? Well, they don't start at that top fucking tier of pain and suffering. They start down here. And they put as little effort and time into it as they can. And dropping those big crocodile tears. Shedding those tears is an easy way to get there. What comes next? You know, what else is there? Oh, they love to whine. Aw, please, please, right? And sniveling. But everyone else gets to. And they try all that shit, right? But it's effective. If it wasn't effective, they wouldn't do it. Yet if you've ever heard a whining woman who's whining, I want that, right? And sniveling, but all the others have it, right? It's an attempt to manipulate you, to manipulate me, us as men, right? The only way to combat that is to be a man, to be Mgtow, right? And realize for what it is, that's what it is. It's you who are the man. You have the penis. You make the money. You make the decision. You're the boss. The moment you start surrendering those pieces of your manhood is the day she starts to win the battle of control over you. And it is a fucking battle. Begging is another one, right? Why do we give in to begging? Right? Because we're tired of fucking hearing it. Right? Oh, it means that much to you? Fine, whatever. You know, is it going to make a big difference? Oh, begging, begging, begging. They beg us for shit, right? Fuck that. But where does it go from there, right? What if they've cried and whined and sniveled and they didn't get their way, but they still want their way? They never stop wanting their fucking way. They try begging. They beg you, right? They try bribing you, right? They're going to give you what you want. What is it you want, right? They're going to make a deal. Right? They're going to make a fucking deal with you. So they bargain, right? They beg and then they bargain. It's all about manipulation. They're rubbing their little mental greedy hands together going, what do I need to do in order to get what I want from this guy, right? Another fine technique they do, and they know men fucking hate this, is they're complaining. Well, I never get what I want, and they complain, but they have it, right? Someone else has what I want, and I want it too, right? They complain, and then they nag. You know, all I want is that fucking chainsaw in my ear to stop. Quit fucking nagging me. I said no, right? But you own her, or so you think. You've got her. You're paying for her. And so she has audience with the king. That's right. You're the fucking king of your castle. They've got 100% access to you. So they can nag at you. Bitch, bitch, piss, piss, moan, nag, nag. And eventually men go, fine, fuck it. Just get what you want. Right? And they're like, yay! And they rub their little fucking hands together. Right? They're going to go get something that you've paid for. Not because they earned it, but because they nagged you for it. Nag. Right? Nag. And right about that same level of nagging is the concept of shame. Right? Well, the other men do that. Or my friend's husband or boyfriend gives it to her. Right? What kind of man are you? Right? They want to shame you. Shame, right? This is their manipulation. This is their game. Shame you. How dare you, right? I gave you kids. Fuck, right? That's not a fucking stretch, right? All she has to do is fall down and spread her legs, and anyone can impregnate the dumb whore. right? They get knocked up all the time. You think there's a fucking overabundance of single mothers because having children is a problem for them? No. Having children actually gives them more access to you, right? More of a position from which to bargain a better deal for themselves, because they're going to give you guilt for not giving them what they want. They're going to give you shame. Well, you promised and you said. No, I didn't say shit. And even if you did say, you still say yes on your terms. Yeah, I said I'd buy a new car when I'm good and ready to do it. When my finances, our finances as a married couple is good enough. But women don't like that. They fucking push and push and push. And even if you give it to them, they're still not satisfied. They'll never be satisfied. They're women. They're not, you can't satisfy them. But what they'll discover is the ways to manipulate you. And it'll come to a point in a relationship where they're not satisfied with just guilting and shaming you. You know, crying and sniveling, those are just steps in the process. The progressive or the evolutionary technique of manipulating you as a man. They get to the point, though, where they demand. They start demanding. I have to have that, and you're going to give it to me whether you like it or not. They demand, and then they claim they're an equal. Oh, yeah, they'll demand. You know, the little fucking bitches, the little parasites, they're going to demand from you. You're a man. You've given everything. You've committed. You bust your ass, and they're going to make a demand of you? They don't cook. They don't clean. They don't sex us properly. They don't do what we say. We have to ask them nice. We have to beg them. Please, just fucking do something for me, right? Nope, they don't give a fuck. Fuck that. They're going to demand of you, right? They demand 100%, and you might, if you're lucky, get 10 out of them. And the effort they put into it, it's not like a man's effort, right? And that's another talk on its own. And then you move from demanding to threats. If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to do this, right? I want this now, right? And the implication is they'll go get it somewhere else. They'll go get it somewhere else. Well, fine, I'll do it myself. I don't need a man. And they start that shit. That's a fucking lie. They do need a man. What they're telling you is they'll go get another man. Personal experience, guys, right? These videos aren't just for guys who are already Mgtow. You know, I want my videos and all Mgtow videos to be about every man, whether he's been married or not, or has experience with girlfriend or not. You need a foundational education on what it is to be a man and what women are and what they do, how they do it, and then, of course, how to not lose the fucking battle as a Mgtow man. Because even Mgtow men, we get stuck. We get trapped, right? They trick you, right? Because of the laws of attraction or your needs as a man or your hopes and wishes for yourself, right? Man, it'd be nice to have someone take care of my house, right? So the Mgtow answer is don't get a woman. They won't clean your house. Pay for a fucking maid. Pay up front. It's a lot cheaper than paying that long-term fucking bill. Like half your shit is gone. Fucking alimony. Gone. You know, it's disgusting, and I don't pay alimony. In fact, I'll never pay alimony. Right, because that paper got signed. Waive that shit. Right, I got out of that. She thought she was going to make more money than me, and I'm making more than her now, probably. She would love to come back and get my ass on that. Well, fuck her. She can suck it, right? So they go from demanding to threat. And that's not the end of it. Oh no. If you're married, you are fucked. Unless you have a woman who's actually committed to you long-term and doesn't plan on leaving you. Yeah, I had a long-term relationship, a long-term marriage, 23 fucking years. Right? I thought it was a lifetime deal. Nope. It was a lifetime deal with the clause that I be her bitch. That's right. You know, they go, oh, women love to say this shit. Love is unconditional. No, it's unconditional for you. You should at all costs, at all times, in every instance, love them no matter what. And accept them and coddle them and put up with all their manipulative shit and give them what they want. But when it comes to them,